Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to this video, which is going to be a Smackdown review. Hopefully the volume levels are okay, just throwing that there. Anyway, I missed the first few minutes of Smackdown because I was recording another video, so first thing I saw was Shinsuke Nakamura coming out to be on Kevin Owens' highlight reel. Okay, that's how it starts, I guess. Owens says the last rock star who challenged Kevin Owens ended up having to face an early retirement, basically. And then Shinsuke goes to talk when Baron Corbin comes out. Baron Corbin, now that's always good. And then he shows a highlight of him beating up Sami Zayn, and then Owens cuts him off, saying he's been beating up Sami Zayn for years. I think he said 15 years. Yeah, why did they put him on the same show? Shinsuke calls them out on their crap, and he points out that, for one, the last time he was in a ring with a rock star was last week on SmackDown when Shinsuke won the match. And then he also points out that Sami Zayn beat Baron Corbin 2 weeks in a row, well, 2 matches in a row. So they start beating him up in a handicap kind of formation when Sami Zayn comes in for the save and Sami Zayn asks for a match. Tag match. Yay. So anyway, we come back from commercial and it's confirmed. So we have Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens. Yeah. So, Zayn and Owens get to fight some more. Yay. Really wish they would put them on opposite shows because I didn't even watch their ROH shit or their NXT shit and I'm tired of this. We do get video on video during commercials, which is always exciting. So, there is a stupid spot where the partners run into each other, so Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens bump into each other. And then Baron Corbin knocks friggin' Kevin Owens right the hell out. And the thing that irritates me about this is that we saw this on Raw last week with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. So it's like we've seen this exact same spot 8 days ago. Except, you know, they didn't fight. So why are these guys fighting? Because it's a stupid spot. And of course the faces win, because of course they do. Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin are on horrible losing streaks. Which means I think a heel's going to win Money in the Bank. The Usos come out to the ring, and they say that the crowd is salty because the Usos beat up Breezango, basically. Yeah, kind of are. And then, of course, the New Day come out and cut the Usos off, which, first thing that came to mind was, I'm pretty sure we've seen this feud already. Which is why I don't get why we could have just had Breezango fight New Day. I mean, it would have been something different. Granted, I do think that when they feuded before, the Usos were face and New Day was heel. So the dynamic has actually switched, which is pretty interesting. The feud could be good. The back and forth on the mic they had was decent, I must say. And again, the Usos seem like they're good on the mic, and then they start saying really stupid shit. So hopefully that kind of gets reduced a little bit. We get a recap about what Jinder Mahal did last week. Literally, we get him winning the title, and then what happened on SmackDown, which is just stupid. We also get a fashion file showing Fandango having an identity crisis, basically, which, again, we saw last week. But, he sees their office destroyed, and then he runs into Tyler Breeze, who is dressed like a woman. Don't know why, but they have a moment where they're both thinking things, and the other one can hear their thoughts, which was humorous. It's a humorous segment, probably like the only thing worth going back and watching on SmackDown. They find a bottle of cologne, and so they have their next case, which I guess is the colognes, because they have a match later on. So then we have the Fatal 5-Way Women's match, which features Charlotte, Natalya, Carmella, Tamina, and Becky Lynch for #1 contendership. Things that pop out, James Ellsworth doing a really good job on the stick, must say. I did think it was odd. They mentioned that Tamina's father is Jimmy Snuka, so that's good. But it does kind of raise the question that 3 of the women in this match are all, daughters of famous WWE wrestlers, which I just thought was a weird thing. A brawl erupts early, but the ref never rang the bell. Now, I'll complain about this, because why? Why does it matter? It's a fatal 5-way match. So, the brawl starts, just ring the fucking bell. There's no reason to not ring the bell. It's not like it's a one-on-one match with managers, it's not a tag team match with managers. it's not extra people out there, it's the competitors in the match. So they never ring the bell, which I don't get. Basically, there's a huge mess. Charlotte does a stupid moonsault that does, well, I mean, I guess it looked good, but it's a stupid looking move anyway. Hits Natalya with a powerbomb through the announce table, which was pretty intense. And then Shane McMahon comes out, and he announces that there's going to be the first ever women's Money in the Bank match. This has been rumored for a couple weeks now, at least. Probably longer than that, but... And it had been basically reported that this was going to happen, which doesn't lessen the blow. It's still really nice. The one thing I don't like is that it really shows how limited SmackDown's women's division is when you have 6 women. Granted, I know Nikki Bella is on SmackDown, but... And it shows it even more when you realize that Naomi has defended her title 1 time since WrestleMania. So we're just going to have her not defend her belt for a little bit. At which point, why did we take the belt off of her when she was injured? Just saying. We get Breezango versus the Colognes. Breezango wins. I remember it was a decent match. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was a match, basically. We see an AJ Styles interview backstage, and AJ talks about momentum, because apparently that's what you need, which, okay, whatever. Dolph cuts him off and mentions he's the only one in the match who has actually won Money in the Bank before. Which is a fair point. It's the only thing Dolph has over anybody else in this match. But... And then Dolph asks if Styles wants to fight right now. At which point AJ Styles takes his shirt off. And then he's like, that's how we do it in ATL. Which was humorous. I mean, I enjoyed it. Randy Orton comes out, and he talks about his dad being the first WrestleMania, which I watched. Feel free to go watch that video, my WrestleMania 1 review. It's on his channel. And then he talks about respect. Honestly, it's probably like one of the best Randy Orton promos he's ever cut. And then Jinder cuts off Randy's music to talk about the future being Jinder Mahal. Okay, whatever. The fact of the matter is that, again, for another week in a row, neither of these guys have been in action. And then, again, I did this last week, but for real, there's no Ty Dillinger, there's no Aiden English, there's no Rusev, there's no Luke Harper, Eric Rowan. All these people are gone. The problem with SmackDown, because it seems like every week you just kind of lose people, then they never come back until like 6 months later. And then we're supposed to believe, hey, Luke Harper's a threat for the US title. Well, he hasn't even been on TV. So, I don't know what they're going to do about that. But that needs to be fixed. We finally get our main event, Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles. Ziggler wins in a rather boring match. Of course he does, because the show was in Atlanta. So, you know, AJ Styles has to lose in his hometown, because that's the rule. I also want to mention that Money in the Bank is in St. Louis, Missouri, which is Randy Orton's hometown. So, Randy Orton losing? Yay. But that's about all I have to say. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Can we get this video all the way up to 1 like?